Chrissy Teigen. Total dumb fuck. Chrissy Teigen has plummeted to new depths of idiocy. The sheer stupidity of this moon-faced individual really does beg a belief. Now, whilst I knew that she was not exactly blessed in the cerebral department, the depths of which her stupidity has plummeted to was quite astonishing. But it also is demonstrative of her narcissism at work. Chrissy Teigen as a narcissist believes everything revolves around her. This comes across as delusional to other people, but it fits within the context of the way that her reality exists. She believes that she is the sole motivation for everything that happens. She believes that she is the main character in the film of her life. As I've explained with Harry's wife, Chrissy Teigen, here's that soundtrack. She's so self-absorbed, she believes that everything that relates to her is materially important, fascinating, and must be shared. If you fuck something up, if you make a boo-boo, if you do something stupid, for the most part, you would hope that nobody noticed you. If they did, you try and downplay it, not mention it so much, perhaps use some self-effacing humour, but basically look to move on as quickly as possible rather than advertising the fact that you did something stupid. But certain individuals revel in that stupidity. And often, it's a narcissist at work because they're not focused on the stupidity, but they're focused upon what the stupidity, although they don't see it as such, can do for them with regard to controlling people and drawing fuel. You would look at them and think, good Lord, why on earth are they drawing attention to that complete clusterfuck of a failure that they've engaged in? Are they completely dumb? Are they a complete idiot? Are they such an epsilon semi-moron? But that individual, blinded by their own narcissism, believing that everything revolves around them, and rightly so, fails to see that they have acted stupidly. After all, everything they do is fantastic and magnificent and must be interesting. This is why, for instance, that a narcissist could take a dump on a gold plate and stick it on Instagram and tell everybody, look at how my turd is beautifully coiled, because they think everybody would be interested, because they think everything revolves around them. That is why so many of them provide you with every moment of minutiae in their lives, because they think, driven by their narcissism, that it is really interesting. And they don't realize just how mundane and boring these disclosures are. By the same token, where certain narcissists engage in a behavior which is idiotic and stupid, they fail to realize that they're actually just advertising their idiocy. The fact that people are responding, good and bad, is what's required. The worst thing that could happen is that nobody does respond to it, thus not providing them with the validation that they require. Someone like Chrissy Teigen advertises her stupidity because to do so enables her to extend control over people and receive fuel from their responses. But she doesn't see that she's being stupid, even though we can. And here, there is perhaps one of the greatest examples of somebody's stupidity, but then compounding that stupidity by feeling that it's necessary to have the world know what has happened. It's reported in eonline.com. Chrissy Teigen believes she had an identical twin after insane DNA test mishap. Chrissy Teigen recently went on an emotional roller coaster when a DNA test indicated she had a long-lost identical twin. The article's written by Hayley Santaflorentina. Chrissy Teigen almost had her very own parent trap moment. The Cravings author recounted a recent experience with a DNA test on social media, thus use of social media to extend control and draw fuel, revealing that she was shocked when it indicated she had a long-lost identical twin. In a June the 4th Instagram post simply captioned, "Dude," Chrissy recounted her decision to do a 23andMe DNA test as part of a health and wellness journey she's been embarking on over the last 3 years. And it turns out her results were more than a little confusing. Well, they would be to such a dim-witted quarter-wit as her. The first thing that came up before learning that I am part Neanderthal, she said in front of an image of her family tree, was this. Chrissy then moved to the side to reveal her results, pointing to the spot on the tree and explaining, "I have an identical twin." Well, first of all, that's not beyond the realms of possibility. Plenty of people are twins. However, noting that her first reaction was that it had to be a joke, she decided to investigate, and this including messaging the mystery twin, who also had an account on the family heritage site. She also messaged the 23andMe help team, but neither source yielded any answers. "Honestly, at this point I'm spiralling," she admitted of the increasingly confounding situation. Drama queen, looking to draw a response by virtue of that drama. "I called my dad, and I literally say, 'Dad, hey, did you see me come out of mum's vagina? And were there 2 of me?'" Fuck me. Imagine being so dense that you have to ring up your dad and say, "Dad, were there 2 of me that came out of mum's vag?" No sense of shame, no recognition of boundary, no accountability for the behaviour, and utter dumb fuckery. She explained that he laughed and assured her that he was there for the birth and only witnessed her solo arrival. So Pa confirms, no, your mum just pumped you out as a little crotch goblin, although she was in agony after dealing with your fucking satellite dish of a head. Your massive Swede. But the mum of 3 wasn't satisfied. So I call my sister and I say, "Hey, what's up?" She laughs. "Do I have an identical twin?" Her sister gasps in response, causing Chrissy, who's obviously not particularly blessed in the brain department, to think, "Oh my God, I do, I have a twin." At this point, Chrissy admitted that she began making excuses for her whole life, thinking it explains why she's so codependent and why she's always felt something's missing. However, the answer to this mystery twin was actually a whole lot closer to home. As it turns out, Chrissy was at one point going to do the show Finding Your Roots, in which host Henry Louis Gates Jr. reviews celebrities' DNA results with them, helping them trace bloodlines and analyse their genetics. To prep for the show, Chrissy and members of her immediate family had to submit DNA tests under aliases so that no information would leak ahead of the air date. And though they never ended up filming Chrissy's episode, the test results were still out there, and she inadvertently stumbled into them. In effect, what she did was, she found her own DNA results that she'd done before, which she seems to have forgotten that she had done, thinks that it's somebody else rather than realising it's her, and therefore believes that she has a twin. Duh! What a dumb fuck. But to add to her dumb fuckery, she then feels the need to advertise her idiocy to the world. But it goes even further. The 37-year-old ended her video by flashing a drawing of a grave bearing the inscription Chrissy Teigen, sister, aunt and friend, June the 4th, 2023, 2:04 p.m. to June the 4th, 2023, 3:05 p.m, which she then later shared to her Instagram story too. "My identical twin was myself," Chrissy added. I was matching myself. And of course, Chrissy's comment section was flooded with others expressing their amusement with the whole situation. Husband John Legend wrote R.I.P. Chrissy Teigen alongside prayer, hand and heart emojis. And Taika Waititi commented laughing, crying and clapping emojis. I think anybody with a brain would have undoubtedly been looking at that thinking, what an absolute fuckwit this woman is. Not only, of course, is this not something that really merits any disclosure or coverage, but she believes that it does. And she demonstrates her dumb fuckery and, of course, her narcissism by deciding that everybody needs to know about this. Thus, the collateral consequence is the world gets to know that she is an idiot, and a self-absorbed one also. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.